Are you a new player looking for a Hypixel Skyblock mid-game progression guide? Or are you an endgame player simply choosing to look back at how you progressed throughout Hypixel Skyblock? For whatever reason you clicked on this video, in this series, I will be showing you my mid-game progression throughout Hypixel Skyblock filled with tips, tricks, and recommendations. Make sure you hit like and subscribe and also hit the notifications bell so you don't miss a single video. This is your host Primus Infant and I hope you enjoy.
Good day, viewers. This is your host Primus Infant in episode 1 of my mid-game Skyblock profile. In this video, I will be trying to achieve certain objectives in the mid-game, and I will show you how I got 100% crit chance, allowing me to deliver a critical hit every single time I attack. So first, for those of you that are unaware, what exactly is crit chance? Crit chance is one of the core statistics in the game, which is leveled up primarily through leveling up the combat skill, but you can also level it up through wearing armor. As you can see, my reforge on this strong armor, which gives me extra strength, is fierce, which gives me extra crit chance and crit damage and even some strength, which is pretty great. I also have a few talismans reforged, as you can check in my accessory bag. I mean, I've been a bit lax with the talismans. I haven't really done anything too special, but yeah, I definitely have some talismans to work on, but I've bought all the cheap ones right now. I would go to the talismans accessory list and get a few of the more talismans, but I've already started recording, so it's fine for now. But in the time being, I'm just going to show you why crit chance is important. In case it's not already obvious why crit chance is important for your mid-game profile, you're gonna need, when you're going down into the dragon's nest, as I should say, you're gonna find that that you probably can't one-shot these endermen with like your raider's axe, because like I would be using the ALTD, which could probably one-shot these endermen without a crit. But like it's not that important here necessarily, but it gets really important if I were to go and say zealot farm. Let me go show you a bit of zealot grinding. I normally farm over here for better money making and combat XP, but zealots are better if you're purely interested in money. As you can see, I'm dealing a little under 27k a crit to a zealot, and I don't really need to calculate how much I would be doing in non-crit, because as you can see, my crit damage is 210%, which implies that if I were to deal non-crits to a zealot, I'm not going to bother to exactly calculate, but based on the fact that I deal around 27k damage, it could stand to reason that if I were to do crits to a zealot, if I were to do non-crits to a zealot, it would take 2 shots. And you see, the thing about taking 2 shots to kill a zealot is, like Technoblade mentioned in his video that he made like fighting dragons in Hypixel Skyblock a long time ago, when you grind zealots, if you don't kill them in one hit, they can start attacking you back, which is why it's so important to kill zealots in one hit. I wear strong armor for extra strength, but if you guys are in the mid game as well, I would recommend unstable if you really just need that extra crit chance. The thing that really carries you for the mid game is god potions. They cost 400k coins, but that's money easily made up. Like even like casuals can make that up. I mean, I would not call myself a Skyblock sweat by any means. I mean, I play like 3 hours a day. I'm no sweat at this game. Alright, so like I was just saying, crit chance is incredibly important if you want to be able to crit people, if you want to be able to crit the monsters around you. Additionally, crit chance is also really important for Slayer quests. Really important. I'm just going to go and demonstrate how important crit chance is for a Slayer quest. As you can see, if I have a god potion active, which by the way is incredibly important, you're going to definitely need it if you want to do Slayers effectively. I'm gonna go down, go to Maddox down here, and I'm just gonna show you how ridiculously important it is to be able to do Tara 4s. Because Tara 4s are incredibly annoying to do. I mean, Svens are just living hell if you don't have, like, Mastiff. But, I mean, once you get Mastiff and a Shaman Sword, I mean, like, Svens aren't anything ridiculous. I mean, but, like, Taras, Revs can do a lot of damage to you, but Taras are the only Slayer, T4, that you can beat mid-game with a God Pot. Let me just go and demonstrate to you what it is like to beat a Tara mid-game with a God Pot. Let me go switch to my good pet. So now let me show you taking down the final Tara boss. And you see, just for context, there is no way I'm ever taking down a single Tara boss in my entire time playing Skyblock. No way I'm taking on like a Tara 4 without a ridiculous, and I mean a ridiculous amount of God Pots. Because without God Pots, the Tara 4s are impossible for a mid-game player. But with God Pots, they are just so convenient to do. I mean, Tara 4s are actually reasonable. I mean, they're still tough, but they're reasonable with God Pots. I mean, they start doing a lot of damage if you stay in the same place too long, which is why you have to learn to strafe click. I'm also gonna spend a lot of mana doing some dragon rages just to further lower down the health. But if I move enough, they won't be able to do any real damage to me. And if the fight goes badly, I start running away, but that gives them an opportunity to regen as well. Sadly, I don't have enough natural defense to really fight the Taras, which is why I have to kite them. Once I drop the hit points under 1 mil, when you fight these Taras, you can actually start arthritis clicking. Dude, stop comboing my Tara boss. This is my Tara boss. You guys are kill stealing. You guys aren't even doing any damage, but you're knocking this thing across the map. Where is it? Come back here. I'm just trying to take care of my Tara boss. I swear this guy is so annoying. I'm just trying to take care of my own Tara boss. I'm not giving you any problems. How would you like it if I stole your Tara boss? I could probably one-shot your Tara boss. Anyway, complaining about people stealing my Tara bosses aside, I'm gonna go show you how I was able to take care of it. I mean, with the most important stat is the regen. As you can see, I took an awful lot of damage from the Tara 4 in that fight. I mean, without the regen, I would have been dead in mere seconds. I mean, there is no way I could have reasonably taken on the Tara 4 during that fight. So, on a different note, let's talk about actually doing your Slayer quests. So first, let me go sell all the drops of the Tara. It's really not that much, but it's good enough. And now what I'm going to have to go do, I'm going to have to go down, talk to Maddox, and claim the Slayer XP. But as you can see, the Tara bosses become significantly easier with a God Pot and maxed out crit chance. Let me show you the other things I do as a mid-game Skyblock player. As you can see, this episode will serve pretty much as just a basis of foundation for where this Skyblock profile is starting at. I'm just trying to show you that I have all the necessities. Maxed out crit chance, that means I can crit every time I hit. Decent crit damage, you know, I do a solid 30-ish K a crit when I use my best weapons. You know, 14 minion slots, that's pretty bad. Most people have like 22, but that requires a pretty big investment. So yeah, this is an early to mid-game profile to start, okay? Don't judge, please. I'm going to stay away from anyone else's judgment. But as you can see, in here, I have a solid farm set up. I have a sugarcane, just a one layer down here that I built a long time ago, and then more recently I have I think a free layer over here. Let me go show you my 1 layer sugarcane farm. I mean, it's kind of a joke, okay? Don't keep me away from your judgment. So yeah, if you're an endgame player watching this, I haven't gotten into dungeons yet, but that's what this series hopes to accomplish. As you can see, I can get a reasonable but not anything. I won't get a crazy amount of anything, but I mean, I get a reasonable amount of stuff when I farm my sugarcane, okay? I get a reasonable amount of things. So let me just take this 1 layer farm for a run. Now that I think about it, I actually have to equip my rabbit pet to get extra yields as well. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go equip my rabbit pet for more efficient farming. and to get more farming XP. This way I get like 2.9 farming XP every time I harvest, which makes it significantly easier to harvest my sugarcane farm. Anyway, I am going to be back with you all once I've finished harvesting all 4 layers of my sugarcane farm. So yeah, now I'm going off camera and I'm gonna keep on just harvest grandma. Right now I'm harvesting my sugarcane and I said that I'm going to be back on camera once I finish harvesting all the sugarcane. Do you know what why I harvest the sugarcane?
Is that sugarcane? It looks like bamboo.
It's sugarcane.
You know, Grandpa and I went to Louisiana one Thanksgiving. The kids were already out of the house. They were in college. And we went to, you sure it's sugarcane?
Yeah, this is sugarcane.
Okay, and we went to Louisiana and they were harvesting sugarcane, cutting it. The smell was so strong that Grandpa got sick from it and we had to go home.
Did he actually get sick?
Yeah, he got physically ill. He was sneezing, and I mean, it wasn't, you know, like throwing up or anything, but it was obviously affecting him. His eyes, they lay, some kind of spray comes off of it when they do that.
Do they put pesticide on it or something?
I don't know, you know, but when they were cutting it, pieces, you know, came in the air, and it was like pollution. And so we had to go home. We couldn't finish the weekend.
But yeah, I'm harvesting sugarcane because sugarcane is a pretty good money maker in this game, and it gives me farming XP at the same time. Because my sugarcane hasn't had time to grow, I could only harvest my 1 farm, but it still got me a solid 20k coins and got me, I would estimate, 15k farming XP. So I'm going to go deposit that in the bank, and as you can see, anyone who actually happens to be watching, as you can see, I'm a 100% crit chance, reasonable farming XP, reasonable, you know, my average skill average isn't impressive, but isn't bad either. I mean, I'm a mid-game player, okay? 21 non-cosmetic skill average, okay? Leave me alone. But yeah, I'm just gonna go show you I'm just going to go show you how I can make some passive income. Well, I mean active income. Obviously, I've showed you my passive income money-making methods. Now let's move on to the active ones. The most obvious is simply farming wheat. This also gets me sugarcane. I mean, normal XP for farming, which is pretty efficient. It also gets me a lot of every time I fill up an inventory, I would estimate I get around $3,000 worth in sales products, which is nothing to laugh at. Let me go over to this farm. Let me just harvest it all. Yeah, I probably should be getting like a fishing crystal to make like my clay minions work a lot faster. So that's what we're going to be aiming for by the end of the episode. If we don't get it, because it probably costs a lot of money, I haven't checked, it's perfectly fine. But yeah, we just got a free 1,000 farming XP. So I'm going to go take my entire inventory and toss it on Bazaar. Yeah, around 3k-ish coins. Pretty solid passive money. As you can see, in order to repeat this process, I simply have to switch lobbies. I'm gonna go to lobby 1, probably the sugarcane, I mean the wheat is farmed here. Oh, wait, it's not. I can't believe that lobby 1 doesn't have all its wheat taken up. I'm gonna go farm all the wheat up here, and then I'm gonna move swiftly on. So yeah, let me just go check has this guy been emptied recently? Oh wow, that's actually quite a bit of farming XP. So what I'm gonna go do down here is go and farm up some more, what is it called? Wheat. And as you can see, yeah, I'm getting some free farming XP. I'm just gonna help the minion out, farm up for it a bit. And yeah, what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna go and farm a bit. And yeah, we're gonna go to the next farming position and just really go to work. We just need a bit more farming to get ourselves leveled up again. But yeah, farming is just some free money. It's not really the most useful money maker, but it's a good way to level up your farming XP based pets. And it's more of an active money maker. When I'm really bored, I go and do what everybody does to get money and combat XP at the same time for that measure. Yeah, I hate to admit it, but sometimes the best way to make money is the old-fashioned way, aka killing Endermen till the world's end. But yeah, I think you guys have seen this in enough videos to know how it goes. I just run up to them and stab them. It's not a very complicated procedure by any means. Yeah, it's definitely not the most complicated procedure to run up to Endermen, stab them, demand their life savings, and move swiftly on. For legal purposes, that was a joke. Endermen are fictional characters bearing no resemblance to any real entity. Thank you very much for your understanding. Okay, but yeah, I think you get what I do with Endermen. I just slice them, dice them, and make everything nice with them. And the last major money maker I use in this sweet little mid-game profile is just simply, I simply go to, what's the place, the weird mining area, and I just mine. Honestly, I mine a bit excessively down here. I mean, nothing crazy, but I do mine a lot. That's because I have to get Rampart's Quarry because of a commission, which will give me a lot of HOTM experience. But as you can see, people are just actively buying my travel scrolls, which is pretty nice. But as you can see, I've leveled up Heart of the Mountain enough that I can quickly break these blocks. But I'm gonna go switch to my Silverfish pet, which gives me perma haste. This is not by any metric the best moneymaker, but it is definitely up there, and it doesn't require risking my life. So yeah, I just mine Mithril, and then eventually I just turn around and pop it. It's really not the greatest moneymaker, but it's pretty good for how easy it is to do. I just keep on endlessly. I come up with a pattern for mining, so that when I turn around, the first Mithril I mined has respawned. It also gets me mining XP and Heart of the Mountain experience, which are both very hard things to get. Honestly, the main thing I'm concerned with is getting mining speed so that I can actually break these blocks a lot faster. I mean, I can do them in a reasonable time, but it would be nice to be able to do them at god tier speed. So yeah, I've been trying to get high Heart of the Mountain for a better pickaxe, but my commission is to mine Mithril and Rampart's Quarry. So yeah, now you have a generalistic understanding of where I'm at. Nothing too crazy, but yeah, I can just level up XP passively here. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. And then I just turn around, mine this block out, and then I turn around and level it up. And then yeah, this inventory worth of items, I'm not sure how much it goes for. Let me go check. Because yeah, my purse is at around 7k-ish coins. I only mine for like, I would say 2 minutes there. Let me buy back my Mithril. I only mine for 2-ish minutes there, really not that long. So yeah, Mithril is definitely a pretty money maker, but it still is a good way to make money, and it's mindless. It doesn't require constantly switching. So it's my new preferred money maker in the mid game. So yeah, just a casual, a bit of, I would say 2 minutes of Mithril mining, and I have 1.5k coins. So yeah, it's no major money maker. At that ratio, every hour I'd be making 30k coins, which is pretty for the mid game. But yeah, I'm not at the point where I can make 1 million an hour grinding zealots, so yeah. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you're interested in seeing me progress through Skyblock, make sure you hit like, subscribe, all the good stuff. You know what to do. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.